point number 5, friends sometimes copulate. Oh, yes, that. And he was like, take off your underwear. What? Now we're going to engage in an act of copulation, exclusively for the sake of carnal pleasure, bypassing the main purpose of all copulation, which is procreation. What part of that isn't clear? Not all friends have to do that. Welcome back to another Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous video, and we just completed the Midnight Fane, and we got demoted. We're no longer the commander of the Thrift Crusade. Why? Because the Queen believes that I wasn't doing a good enough job. Or rather, she thinks I'm the only one who can go into the abyss. So she is sending me to my death. Oh, let us say that we are not pleased by this revelation. Are we really just one step away from the abyss? Yes. Demons are strong, but you are stronger. I dare say I like the interior of the Fane. I'd like to see the abyss itself. Statues of demon lords, they're ominous, of course. But there is some savage aesthetics in them. Just you wait, you oglin. I'm scared to even walk past the statues of the demon lords. I know how dangerous they are. Well, this is dumb. I wish the next lot of demons would hurry up. Well, yes, that's what we shall do then. We shall head into the Fane. Now, I wonder though, could I have a little rest? I just did fight, you know, a big nasty...
Legs are shaking. Peculiar.
Precisely my thinking, Nenio.
Nenio, have you ever tested to see how many times you can change into a kitsune and back in an hour? What do you say we have ourselves a little experiment once we're back in Dresden?
That would be interesting. But this time you'll have to sit still and keep count. After my research into the consumption of rotten apples, some of the people tried to blame me for their coin purses going missing while they were watching the experiment.
I think those two could be the best of friends. Well then, Queenie, I guess we are going into the abyss. Would like a nice place to kind of, I don't know, hang out, maybe sell some stuff, maybe head back to Dresden. You know? Would be nice. I guess. Not sure if I really want to go to the abyss. But I think that's where we're going.
The commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward, to solitude, to the unknown, to the abyss.
Well, we arrived. Champion, I witnessed something most astonishing. The moment you stepped into the rift, I sensed a surge of power. Your power is beyond my understanding, but my hopes are with you, now and always. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where the rift leads, to the realm of the most cunning of all the demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but the fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. You take in your surroundings. The abyss looks unusual. but it's not really so different from the material plane. The fundamental law here is the same as everywhere. Everything that lives must die one day, and no one can avoid Pharasma's court. And that means that completing your mission here would be no more difficult than it would be on your home plane. Ah, the Abyss! Nenia rubs the palms together. This is not a hospital place, but just imagine how many experiments we can conduct here. How many marvelous demons we can study. Darian stands with one arm slung across his chest. He seems to be listening intently to something only he can hear. The commander has been banished to the Abyss by the grace of the illustrious Queen Amendev, uprooted from her life and sent on a mission to a strange and alien world. You didn't foresee that little twist, did you? Oh, how could you? And it's not as if you've ever seen my dearest cousin Galfrey behave in such a high-handed manner with anyone else. Then again, who needs all this lamenting? Words and sentiments like these are appropriate between relatives or lovers, and you and I fall into neither category. The former to my relief, the latter to my internal disappointment. We are in the Abyss, which is the worst possible setting for any kind of dalliance. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the realm of Nauticula, the Lady in Shadow. Every corner of the Abyss is repentant in its own way, but this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestures at the glands with his iron gauntlet. On the corpses of demon lords that were treacherously murdered, every monster slain by Nauticula becomes an island like the one we're standing on now. This place seems to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. And what I mean is that the demon lords are our enemies, and their death should please us. But as I look at this black sky, I realize that sometimes the death of evil creates even greater evil. Why would Nauticula kill the other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady of Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy, so the archipelago has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does Nauticula have to do with the invasion of Galorian? I do not know. Before the idol that we saw in the Midnight Fane, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the World Wound, but it is no wonder the Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I will not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Discari since the first days of her invasion. Well, what should I be wary of here? Beware every shadow, the angel answers without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It would be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight will either kill us slowly or use us for unimaginable evil. It is a shame that we cannot hope for protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed it already how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. And what is our plan? We need to find the source of the Nihydrian crystals and destroy it forever. If possible, we know for certain that the crystals were transported to the world wound through the rift that we used to get here. What we must do right now is take a thorough look around. We need to understand that this place is, and what they are doing with the crystals here. Whether they are creating them, or mining them, or bringing them here from elsewhere. I would also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There still may be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. I see then. Onwards! Be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. Of course you will. Oh, he magnificently went up. We still haven't got her. Are you kidding me? I was kind of hoping we could choose a different mythic, but I don't think we can. I'm kind of stuck. You've learned a way to prolong the effects of beneficial spells. Okay, beneficial spells. Great. Let's have some reduced. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I've got 2. It's kind of... Doesn't feel like it was much suited towards Titania there. Wounds you inflict with your natural attacks. That's natural. Boundless healing. Your healing no longer affects the common limitations. You're able to channel your mythic powers into invigorating and coordinating your allies. As a standard action, you can enter a state of battle meditation. While in this state, you are unable to move. Some people motivate their companions by their mere presence. While you're learned that pain is much more potent motivated benefit every time you damage an ally. Okay. Your strikes make cracks in the enemy's existence, leaving weak points for your allies to strike. Every time you hit a target in melee combat, you have a mark on it. An ally attacking that mark deals additional... Only one ally can leave a mark on target at one time. Okay, no, that sounds great, because Wolfchief's usually up beside her. This is... Yeah, hold on. I've seen it. There was a good healing one. Unless he's already got it, which he maybe already does. I think he might already have it, you know that. Yeah. Then in that case, then... You studied a way to increase... Yeah. There must be a way to get back to Dresden, right? Yeah, I just seen the boundless healing. Powerful shadows. You learn to utilize the real power shadows. No. As long as you keep fighting, the power of your melee attacks keep growing. Every round, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a stacking bonus of... Ooh. No, we don't. Mastered the art of raining elemental spells. She doesn't really have. Mythic powers can negate any magic around you. School of Torrents. You no longer suffer penalties of opposing... I mean, that could be... Ooh, what about that? Whenever you cast a spell, your next single attack roll. Kind of School of Tolerance. But this is my question now. Is how do I get like another... You know... Am I stuck with constantly just, you know... What if I try to use my powers to open those old portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. Those portals are unlikely to seal, unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led and where our quarry fled. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Stone at the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there's no doubt they're frequently used.
We march ahead.
This once used to be a working portal, it seems, but now the gates are inactive and lifeless. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't see from here. Is that like the town of... I said town, the city? Are we going to that city? I forget what it's called. What's this? I want to save it. I don't know what it is. What is it? The stones of the arch emit a revolting high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upwards. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in the endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin. Islands that float in either... and the alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see the other glints of light flashing on the city streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found in Darazaran's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Okay, let's do some... You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts allowing you to access alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. It's quite obvious that this strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they are allowed to visit. It's likely that some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects, to provide access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be closed to you. Okay, determine the arch's origin. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner. While the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence, it's quite unlikely that the architect of such intricate network would have demonstrated such lack of finesse. By all appearances, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals illicitly used for personal gain. Now, identify the place you're seeing. Judging by its surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomerations of houses right in the middle of the streets, and by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some sort of demonic city. And touch the whirlwind. The magic engulfs your body, drips down your skin, and makes you feel slightly tingly. The vibrations becomes wilder, reverberating within your body with a nauseating echo. You feel like a boulder set into a cup of a catapult ready to be flung at any moment. I'm not going to touch it yet because I've seen the big skull and I kind of like it. Wait a minute. I need to take a screenshot. I got my screenshot. But no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna have a look around the area first before we go jumping through random portals. Cause, oh god, we could be dandering around for a while. Like I really wouldn't mind getting my 6th character. At this point, I'm really worried. It takes me to the Midnight Fane, but doesn't necessarily take me back to Dresden. Wait, hold on a minute. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus body still contains a flicker of life, and as you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips crusted with blood releases a groan. Phew! Baphomet, spawn! Run! Run through your portal! Run to Hepsamira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge anyway. Who did this to you? Hepsemi. Hepsemerara. The succubus groans with hatred for her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them. Wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. You may be a demon, but I still can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. What were the Baphomet spawn doing here? Crystals. Oh, they've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. We just got here, and already tangled up in some web of intrigue? How's that for dumb luck? The ones who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes bright. Are you chasing them? Find them, and I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head into her chest, and then she adds in a wheezing voice, like he got it hidden in the lesser shaft. Not the one with the bones. The one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Find them. She whispers as you leave. Okay, so I need to find the keys. Bigger shaft. Not the one with the bones in. Not the one with the bones in. Hold on. There is no other shaft here, though. I don't see another shaft. Wait, could be here. Nope. Whoa. Okay. Must be this way. Oh. Obviously we must get back to Dresden. I need to find someone who can, like, sell stuff. Key to the Nexus portal. Mine shaft descends to an incredible depth and there are depleted veins, empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Wait, this is back. Ah! I will return back to Dresden. I will not return back to Dresden. God damn it, Queen Galfrey! I wonder if we can pass it through this. Nope. Okay. There must be a place, right? There must be. I've got a key. If that piece of cloud crystal will trace the purple dust on it to the Nexus portals. So I'm gonna hazard and guess and think, now that I have another thing, it should give me two options to no, see, we still don't have access to our companions. Am I truly here with just 5 people? Have I made a mistake? I'm gonna have to Google it. I really am. I'm gonna Google it. Alright, I Googled it. I'm not happy. I may be stuck like this for a while. Alright. We got a key. I'm scared. I was gonna, why did you just all stop walking? You need a special talisman coins to use Al-Shinira's portal network. Well, I have one. Do I not? Okay. Maybe I have to go back. Regarding our mission, I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines, Hepsamira. Hepsamira herself? Anger rings in the hand on the inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary. Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped into is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazarand, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepsamira is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula and Baphomet's servants. I am not at all surprised. The alliance between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like spiders' webs. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage. No matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance, we must learn more about what is going on. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mined the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of cloud crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. Well, could you do it? Because, I kind of, you know, I kind of already explored. Okay, is he not going to open it? So there's more to it? Okay, there must be more to it. Must be. Middle of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Yummy. Oh, hi, Suture! Didn't we murder you? You hear some muttering coming from a pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone. Left me with nothing. I've been searching. There's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes and an old acquaintance of yours, the Dretch, called Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you. He blinks and then says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you. What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishar's best beaches." The Dretch mumbles, and then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mistress Arilu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy Bermarak can do it, but I can't. All I can do is reach the Midnight Fame and slip into a rift. But now I can't even go further, so I've been searching for portal keys. Portal keys? You've seen those big things up there on the surface. They were kept closed most of the time, so slaves wouldn't run away. They can now open with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat, and then, who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Arilu. Is Arilu around here somewhere? You're a funny girl, aren't you? The demon grants. My mistress. She likes the wind. One moment she's here, the next she's gone. But she loves coming to Alish, to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticula. The suture grimaces. The former burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Arilu. On business. And this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hapsimara was choking the life out of both. You know Hapsimara, do you? Nasty horn-headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here, and as soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Where did all these bones come from? Nah, they belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant dies, they dump the carcass here. I'm here to find the source of the Nihydrian crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you've just found one. Good for you. Suture sweeps his arms in a wide circle. This is mine. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So the crystals can simply be mined like a regular mineral? Simply enough, but not that simply, Suture grunts. They can be mined all right, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive, and that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island, as far as I can see. They all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang would have left this place if they even had a slim chance of finding more crystals. And as for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. And how long have demons known the secret of crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. You're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from crystals and poured into a demon. No one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, I mean Lord Baphomet and Discari, are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire abyss. Oh, well then everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? Oh, I have to go. You know what? You better look around real closely. Mayhap you'll find a key. A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass, but it's filled with power. It shines purple. I'll walk around too, search some more.
I will guide us.
I'll have a look. Giant bone Nordon num-nums. Ooh, what are these? Hide of a magical creature. I got some boots. Boots of Stampede. To wear the boots adds their rank and athletic skills as a bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. Excuse me? Are you wearing any booties? You are not. Have some booties. You're looking great, Sela. Got another one. Right, well, we'll leave him to it. Wait, how do we get back up? Aha. Let's go talk to the angel dude. Squiz me! Regarding our mission, I have reasons to believe that the hydrogen crystals were mined right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings. So, the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious. But this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythical powers did they manage to create? We must find out. That is all I've learned so far. And it is quite a lot. I've learned everything I wanted to know in this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let us begin the pursuit at once, the hand of the inheritor exclaims fervently. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the inheritor gestures forward, his hands clenched in a fist. Onwards, wherever this road may lead us. And after approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heavens above, just look at that! I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushineria, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies are heading. You think? You're quick, eh? Well, I'm quicker. Should have murdered him. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon, who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key! The portal is inactive again! I swear even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. Well, I've got a second key. The demon's plot cannot stop us, but we still haven't had much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and onwards. This portal leads to Alstonero. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among the thousands of their kind in Alshaneria. Is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge, macabre. It is a little safer, or rather a little less dangerous, than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it when her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Will we have to move onwards altogether? I do not think that it will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it will be best if we build it right here, far from the larger demonic settlements, and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up camp. That is such a relief. Well then, let us go. Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Alashtanara, the city of the cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the Hydrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Hepsamara has something to do with all this, we'll need another demon that matches her power. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. And on that point, we now know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself, so that not a single denizen of this place whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible. I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go, by the light and the sword. Okay, we have arrived. However, I'm going to go back, because apparently if we go back, we can get our companions. Arulashre seems confused. Something is wrong. I feel like I've lost something. Or not. It was Desna who lost me when we descended into the abyss. She had been my invisible protection through all of those years. Now I no longer feel the divine helping hand on my shoulder. What is this gift you mentioned? You saw it yourself many times. Whenever something threatened my life, the goddess sent her divine butterflies to carry me away. Her powers no longer protect me now that I am back in the abyss. Desna has abandoned you? No! I desperately hope that's not the case. The goddess still wishes me well, I'm sure. It's just that the abyss is so far from the Elysium that she either can't see me or can't reach me here. She protected me while I was on Galorium, but now I can only rely on myself. And you. Can you still enter your dream well? Maybe. I think so. Arashale pauses, listening to something deep inside her, and then smiles shyly. Yes, my dreams are still there, and nobody will take them away from me. I see. Well, try not to put yourself in harm's way anymore, then. I'll try. I hope my evasion skills haven't gotten too rusty after so long under the goddess's protection. Okay. Well, what's Lan got to say about this? Really? You've got nothing to say about this? Never thought I'd find myself in the land of Fae. Well, let's take a gander at how they live down here. We just need to follow the rules, or we'll stay here forever. This isn't the land of the Fae, it's the abyss. You say that like there's a difference. Sure, some Oglins have horns, others have wings, and still others have horns and wings. But they're all the same Oglins in the end. What rules? Oh, there are lots of them, you see. Ulbrich starts counting on his fingers. First and foremost, never agree to dance with them. You set one foot in their fayish frolics, you won't be able to stop. You'll just keep on prancing until you drop dead from exhaustion. What else? Don't accept any gifts and always give something in return, or else you'll have to serve them forever and ever. Don't eat or drink anything without permission, or they'll turn you into a beast, or even a cockroach. He continues to tick off his fingers. There's just too many to list. I know them all from my grandma. She knew so many songs about the Fae, so many tales. Look, War Chief, instead of telling you all this, how about you just follow my lead here? All right? You can't go wrong that way, and if you see anything suspicious, you just give him this. Ulbrich thrusts a hand in your direction with the index and little fingers extended and swivels it back and forth. It's the best way to ward off any and sorcery. If you show it to a Fae, it can't give you the evil eye. I need to talk to you. I don't need to talk to you. So what? Is everyone just... Yeah, because Nenio's over here. It's time for the experiment. I hope these words inspire as much enthusiasm in you as they do in me. What's this experiment about? You see, I have decided, though dared would be better term, to address an issue which up to now I have preferred to avoid due to my total ignorance in this sphere. Nenio lowers her head in embarrassment. I realize it's hard to believe that I, a person of, let's skip the false modesty, superior intellect, could not know something so simple. But it's never too late to fill in the gaps in one's knowledge, right? I'm talking about friendship. To be honest, at first I planned to assign the writing of this article for the encyclopedia to a co-author of some kind. But then I met you, my loyal follower, and suddenly I thought I could write it myself. Nenio seems to have reached the limit of her courage and she looks away. So you've never had any friends? I see no sense in them. Oh, hold on, so you're trying to say that you'll consider me your friend? You misunderstood me. I don't need friends. I have no desire to spend my time on them when I could spend it on new experiments and discoveries. Nenio explains this to you as though she is speaking to a 5-year-old. I just want to learn what it's like to have friends. For the encyclopedia and nothing more. I realize that you would like to consider me your friend. Who wouldn't? I'm a scientific luminary after all, so I do apologize for disappointing you. Well, if it needs to be done, we'll do it. Let's get started. I'm glad you agreed. Many would have considered my request too personal and refused. It's good that you're above such squeamish sentiment. Here, I've made a list. Based it on my observations of individuals around me and on my personal knowledge of the topic, which I have to admit, it's far from comprehensive. She hands you a crumpled piece of paper. How to be a friend. Checklist. Friends. Smile at each other. Gossip about their other friends. Drink alcohol together. No longer required. Sometimes argue. Sometimes copulate. number 1. Friends smile at each other. You raise your eyes at Nenio, who has already fixed a malevolent grin on her face. The kind that would make you saw yourself if you saw it in the dark night. Respond with a brief smile. Keeping the unnatural grin on her face, Nenio hisses through her clenched teeth. You call that a smile? Come on! Try again! Give her a wild smile. Wide smile. Your eyes bore into Nenio's, and she stares right back at you as you both grin as widely as possible. A minute passes in intense silence. Ah! She massages her cheek with her hands. I never imagined being a friend was such an exhausting business. So, what's next on the list? Point number 2. Friends gossip about their other friends. Oh, I've made some preparations for that. She produces several pieces of paper from sleep. Come on, let's get to it. Who are we gonna gossip about? Let's gossip about... Let's find out what lands. Excellent choice. So, what do you think of him? Oh, I love him. Oh, how interesting. Incidentally, yesterday I saw him... Nenio picks up a random piece of paper and reads it. Eating worms. Do you have any idea who we're even talking about? Nenio becomes a little embarrassed, but only a little. No, I don't make a point of remembering those I travel with. That's why I prepared this university applicable pieces of gossip. She raises her fist with several pieces of paper clenched in it. That doesn't sound like him at all. Really? Excuse me, I'll try again. Yesterday I saw him. Nenio picks up another random piece of paper and reads it. Drinking from a puddle. This is ridiculous. I fully agree. This all seems like sheer stupidity to me. But how can we learn that stupidity is stupid without doing stupid things? We need to see the experiment through. She gives you a satisfied nod and stows her papers back in her sleeves. Alright, stage 2 is now complete. What's next on the list? Point number 3. Friends drink alcohol together, and then this is no longer required. Alright, I shall cross out this point. I wrote this and then checked the encyclopedia and recalled that I've already conducted that experiment. And judging by the same encyclopedia, and especially by the odd stain on that particular page, it would be unwise to say the least to try and repeat it. Point number 4. Friends sometimes argue. A new heap of papers appear in Nenio's hands. You are uninterested and disinterested in this experiment, and you can't even tell the difference between these two words. You kiss my ass. Not too creative, but it will do. Now it can definitely be considered friends. And on that note, I conclude the 4th part of the experiment. What's last on the list? Point number 5. Friends sometimes copulate. Oh yes, that. Nenio's like, take off your underwear. What? Now we're going to engage in the act of copulation, exclusively for the sake of carnal pleasure, bypassing the main purpose of all copulation, which is procreation. What part of that isn't clear? Not all friends have to do that. Is that true? Are you sure? What an unexpected and interesting piece of information. I must confess, I wasn't so thrilled about this whole copulation idea from the start. It's so nice that science does not demand this sacrifice of me today. This thoroughly awkward experiment is finally concluded. I have learned what it means to be a friend, and now I can write an article about it for the encyclopedia. Nenio rubs her nose with a pencil. I am happy that it's over. I am once again convinced that friendship is the most foolish of all occupations. You did it all wrong. Friendship is more than just smiling, gossiping, bickering, and sex. It is. We've concluded all the assigned actions typically for 2 friends. Of course, I could have compiled a more extended list, which would have included joint food, ingestion, senseless banter with the aim of showing each other in the least attractive light, but how would that change the situation? Do you know what I will write in the encyclopedia? Friendship is a set of permanent rituals intended to help individuals forget about their loneliness. However, I have no interest in that. I see my loneliness as a sign of my uniqueness. The one who leads the way is always alone. Now I have time to answer your questions. Come on, ask away. I'm good, Nenio. Hey, Artax, buddy. Where is everyone else? Like, Wendy, right. They were right there. I just didn't see them. I walked right past them. Yep. Okay, well, they do not care either. Okay. And with that, I am very much hoping that we can bring everyone with us. A shop would be great, though. Wait, Wolf Jiff! I don't know. Hold on. Where is Wolf Jiff? Actually, where is Wolf Jiff? I don't know where Wolf Jiff is. It's got lost. Oh, where am I? Hold on, we're gonna do another quick look for Wolf Jiff. There's no... Is he in here? Why would he be in here? Did he do a runner? Oh, they're all in here. Okay. I actually forgot about everyone else. Okay. Whew. Before we do that though, I am gonna... Oh yeah, hold on. Like, make sure that we're fully weaponized. Leveled up and all that. Do point blank. The bigger they are, the easier to hit for ranged weapon attack. You gain a bonus attack with ranged weapons equal to the penalty to AC the target receives for the size, if any. Sure. But anyway, before we do all that, right. So, weapons. Let's go from... Wow, that's awesome. Tempted to give it to... Fire damage on a critical hit. It creates a fire spark. It's nice. It's going on. It's going on her. Whenever someone dies within 10-foot radius from the wearer of this enemy, the natural armor +3, the wearer gets the effect of haste spell for 2d3 rounds. This effect, These gloves increase the save DC on all enchantment school spells. Enchantment. Okay. Mind you, hold on. She doesn't do much hitting. So I'm thinking maybe if Seela can. I don't know if Seela can. That's not the weapon I had on her. Where'd it go? I've lost it. I will find it. It'll do. Oh, she can. Because that's a hell of a lot better. I think I just recently gave him a whole heap of new weapons as well. So I don't think I need to worry too much about him. But yeah. I found people. Alright, so. Sell a whole heap of stuff. This. Because we are like over cucumbered by a lot. I think most of it's food actually, so. Gosh, we are not losing any weight here. Okay. What is weighing me down? Like, what do I have that's weighing me, like, so much? Okay, we're very, very heavy. I'm gonna have to figure why. I don't know why we're heavy.